From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
Pending deposits. Deposits will post next week for your $1,400 third stimulus check in your bank account. And pending mail receipt as well. Bank checks will start to land in your mailbox next week for your $1,400 third stimulus check. Who's getting by mail? Who's getting by direct deposit? I have all the details and more. Meantime, terror in Miami as some spring break revelers swarm in and cause chaos. The latest breaking news. The president assures American people stimulus checks will be arriving next week. I have that video. And Dr. Fauci addresses the growing concerns about Europe and could be the U.S. COVID cases are growing. This is as revelers continue to swarm into South Beach and Vegas in record numbers. Meantime, new video from Bernie Sanders urging for forced stimulus to be passed right away. I have all those details as well. You're getting reoccurring stimulus checks under the fourth stimulus package. Meantime, what's going on off Wall Street? New shocking developments from Wall Street as the 10-year Treasury note continues to grow. And the Federal Reserve says it's not much of a concern. But in the pre-hour tradings overnight, the numbers are not particularly reassuring. I have all the breaking details. The big news is that your $1,400 stimulus check's coming next week. Are you ready for it? Get ready, because noontime LA kicks off right now. Terror in Miami as spring break revelers swarm in and cause chaos on the beach. I have the latest details. But the great news is that $1,400 third stimulus check is coming next week. Congratulations. How are you? It's noontime. Are you excited? I'm excited. Why? Because the $1,400 third stimulus check will be landing in your bank account next week and also in the mailbox. Keep it positive, keep it motivated, keep it informed, and keep it here with LA because I have the breaking details. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. In the video before this, I asked viewers who had gotten their stimulus check, when you got it, and which bank you got it. That information helps across the board, and I have the updated banks as well. These are banks that have so far paid stimulus checks to viewers of this channel, and the list has grown today, Sunday, with new names added from yesterday. The banks that have paid stimulus checks to viewers of this channel so far are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, and Green Dot. Also, the banks that have paid stimulus checks to viewers are People's United Bank, U.S. Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank. Added to the list are Lake Michigan Credit Union, USAA, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, Wood Forest, and BB&T. Along with them are Bank America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Green Emerald Card, which is H&R Block, and TurboTax Card. Now, this is what you need to know. Stimulus checks are landing in your mailbox next week, yes. And they're landing in your bank account next week, yes. This is including Direct Express, yes. What you want to know is that with millions of viewers of this channel, the single most up-to-date information is us here. Because viewers are getting alerts in their bank account, alerts in their email, and alerts at irs.gov. And here's the breaking details just for Sunday. Viewers have now seen the change of information that is now indicating paper check. These are viewers who are expecting direct deposit. They're also expecting direct deposit to Direct Express card. And they're now seeing alerts from irs.gov that says it's coming by paper check. These are people who got the first stimulus check by direct deposit, got the second one by direct deposit, but the third one is now coming by U.S. mail. Let's jump in and look at the calendar. If you look at the calendar, this is where we are currently. We are currently on Sunday, and today is the 21st. Tomorrow's the 22nd. Well, a lot of viewers are getting irs.gov alerts that says that it's coming by paper check on the 26th, which is a Friday. Now, of those viewers that are getting that paper check alert, some have actually already received the paper check yesterday, Saturday, Friday, and Thursday. That's the big update to start with the paper check. Repeat, if you were expecting it by debit card or direct deposit, it may be coming by paper check as instead. The paper check comes in the U.S. mail to the most recent address that IRS has for you, and it can come in two different forms, paper check or debit card. The envelopes can either be beige or white. In December of last year, this was the only broadcaster worldwide that delivered you this, the first image of the actual envelope. The envelope for the for the paper check or the debit card often is white with nothing on it. Sometimes it's beige. This was for the one for the debit card. It has a little bit of red lettering in the corner that says, here's information about your economic impact payment. Very skinny, very thin. You miss it, you may toss it away. That's what happened to a lot of viewers under second stimulus and first stimulus. And actually last week, they threw it away, not expecting it to be in the mail. So if you are a consumer expecting it by direct deposit, it may be coming in the mail. Understand, throughout this recording, I will be delivering to you the latest updates from viewers. And if when you check, you get no information, understand their information should be an indication of what's happening with you. Because I have millions of viewers, and this is what's happening to millions of viewers, so it's an indication of what may be happening to you, even though you may go to IRS and it shows nothing yet changed for you. All right, so that's the paper check. Let's go to the direct deposit. I have a lot of viewers who are getting alerts from their banks that, and also irs.gov, that the direct deposit will occur on the 24th of March. Let's jump back at that calendar and see which day of the week March 24th is. March 24th on the calendar is Wednesday. So they are getting an alert that it's March 24th. This is what's going on. irs.gov is showing March 24th, or their bank is telling them March 24th by an alert, or they are a Direct Express Comerica Bank customer and they are getting this alert. A deposit will be available by Direct Express on March 24th. And this is confirmed as a stimulus check by this user and countless other users who have gotten this alert as well. Now, let me explain what has happened in the last few hours. irs.gov, for a lot of viewers, countless viewers, showed no information for them when they tracked their stimulus check. And now it has changed to say paper check or direct deposit. Other viewers showed March 17th when they had checked their stimulus on irs.gov, and instead of March 17th, it is now changed to paper check or direct deposit. This is the big great news. More about that in a second. But Miami last night was out of control. And it was so much out of control that they had to issue a curfew. And this is not the only city across the country. Governor DeSantis in Florida thought it would behoove himself to lift all restrictions for the pandemic and to lift mask wearing. And the net result was chaos, terror, and rioting last night on Ocean Drive in Miami. Revelers were going into the city, twerking on lampposts, jumping on top of cars. The entire street was flooded with 20 and 30-year-olds, reveling out of control. It looked like a fiasco. Ultimately, the city had to be put on curfew. Could it be tonight again as well? This is as people exhausted by the pandemic are now out of control and acting, not responsibly. And this comes as news as Europe is now going on lockdown. Italy is on lockdown. Germany's facing problems. France is facing problems. And Dr. Fauci on Friday talked about how there's a resurgence of the virus. A new report out today says that 22 states are now showing growth of COVID cases suddenly as restrictions are lifted and spring break reveling is out of control. Let's listen to Dr. Fauci's warning late yesterday.
And a 7-day average. This strongly suggests that there's an increase in transmissibility in the European countries associated with 117. What about severity of disease? Next slide. In a couple of UK studies, this one looking at over 54,000 matched pairs of participants in the UK, in which one person was infected with the B117 and another one with the previously circulating variant, there was a 64% increased risk of death for those with the B117. Next slide. In this similar study in the UK, there was about 5,000 deaths that were analyzed where there was the presence or absence of 117. And again, an estimated 61% higher risk of death with B117. Next.
As the virus continues to grow, also growing is the question of where's my stimulus check? And the great, incredible news as we go into a Monday morning is that viewers who are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Rural Benefits, viewers who use Direct Express, viewers who are not on benefits, viewers who do not use Direct Express, viewers of all different walks of life, every single walk of life viewer that I have are suddenly seeing progress. And the great progress is, one, they're getting alerts. Two, they're seeing new update information from irs.gov. Three, they are universally seeing the same dates, March 24th to March 27th. Now understand the 24th is not Monday, it's actually the middle of the week. This is huge, great news. And ultimately, if you're watching this video and you're saying, well, I tracked and I haven't gotten an alert, or I haven't seen anything yet, this should be the implication of where you're going. Number one, if you're expecting by direct deposit, it may be coming in the mail. In fact, it may already be in the mail. Viewers got it in the mail Saturday, even though they were expecting by direct deposit, even though they're on SSI, even though they're on Direct Express, even though they are veterans, they got it in the mail by paper check. Don't throw it away. This is what I'm imploring with viewers of this channel. Don't expect something works so logically, because this is the federal government. In December of last year, we saw this happening. People said, well, wait a second, I signed up for direct deposit. Why would it not come the way it's supposed to come? Because the federal government just sort of does what it wants to do sometimes. So watch the mail starting tomorrow morning. It may be in the mail. Number two, if you are a person in a household or let's say a girlfriend and a boyfriend, she got the stimulus check, you didn't. Same bank, same person. I've had that scenario thousands of times over in the last week. Guess what? Yours will be coming this week, but it may not be coming by direct deposit. It may be coming in the mail. Meantime, direct deposits will post this week. Countless viewers, thousands and thousands of viewers have now indicated that they are now getting alerts from irs.gov, from their bank, and also from Direct Express that the deposit will be coming next week. This is among the alerts that viewers are getting. A deposit will be available to your Direct Express card on March 24th. This was confirmed by the viewer, confirmed by her husband, confirmed over the phone. It is their stimulus check. More about that later in this recording. But what does the Federal Reserve have to do next week? A lot. The Federal Reserve is going to have to deal with the new problem of the growing interest rates. The interest rates in this country are now at 1.7%. It's growing. The number was a number I had said, if we get to 1.7, we may have to be a little bit concerned. Guess what? We're at 1.7. And are we going to 1.8 next week? As we start if we start Sunday evening, the Dow in pre-market trading is down 234 points right now. The NASDAQ is up 100 points in pre-market trading. And guess what I gotta say to you is this. We thought that the end of last week, that COVID was no longer a major concern for this country. Well, and that inflation was. Guess what? We got two concerns now. We got one concern that there's inflation on one side, and now we got a concern about growing COVID cases in the Midwest. 24 new states are posting new surges of the virus across the Midwest And those are not even spring break states. These are states in colder climates, and they're showing the virus is surging. What's going to happen when new data comes in from Texas and Florida, where spring break revelers are out of control? We will see that data in the next week to 2 weeks. Remember, the data is usually delayed by 2 weeks. But the great news, the great incredible news is that stimulus checks have now been updated for viewers. Let me explain how this irs.gov works. It's a database. It's not a bank. It's a database. And the database sometimes has some information that has to be changed. That's what started to happen yesterday. The database of irs.gov, which generally was an unreliable tool, in which I've made countless videos about how unreliable it was starting to become reliable. It had said March 17th for direct deposit, and suddenly it was starting to show March 24th for direct deposit. And you know why that was so reliable suddenly? Was because viewers were getting the same alert from their bank of March 24th direct deposit. And then there was the other type of alerts that people were getting. irs.gov was then suddenly saying 25th, 26th, 27th, paper check. And viewers were starting to say, aha, my girlfriend got it by direct deposit in our bank. I did not get a direct deposit from my bank. Why have I not gotten for direct deposit in my bank? Suddenly, IRS has changed the update on my account. It says it's coming by paper check. Yep. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. So suddenly things are answering themselves very quickly with great news. I have more about that great news coming up in a second, but first, here's a little bit about the community page and today's programming schedule. Stay with me. I'm back in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big afternoon, and also pending tonight is Evenings LALATE. Pending tonight is Evenings LALATE. Landing in your direct YouTube Express account is a big broadcast of Evenings LALATE tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. How are you? It's noontime LALATE. Is your day going well? Are you crushing the Sunday? Hope you're crushing the Sunday. Hope you're staying positive, focused, and motivated and smiling. Sir Lawrence says hello. Javita Late says hello. Blaine Success says don't bother him. How are you? If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Your wonderful characters will be coming back to this channel shortly, all of them. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's see if we can do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And meantime, if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The breaking news, if you're just joining me, is that direct deposit and paper checks will be landing in people's bank accounts and mailboxes next week of their $1,400 third stimulus check. This includes all viewers of this channel, every state, all walks of life, all of you, of every nature, walk of life, or run of life. How are you? One of the things I want to make very clear on a personal level is that, I record a good deal and I see sentiments and I see things. I got to tell you, in the last 24 hours, I've seen a level of negativity that really needs to calm itself. There have been some people that love to repeat crazy, wacko stuff. And that wacko stuff was stimulus checks are arriving in a couple months from now. Stimulus checks are arriving a couple years from now. So it's just crazy. And if they love to say it, let them say it. I mean, just sort of laugh back at them. It's wacko news. But what I want you to know is the following. Is that in this universe of financial news, there's stimulus. And in the universe of stimulus news, there's the stimulus check. And in the coverage of stimulus checks, there's the delivery of the stimulus check. I'm trying to give you the most up-to-date information there is, and I am, about the stimulus check. But some people think that the stimulus check should be reduced to exactly their circumstance. You can't do it. Some people said, can you reduce the stimulus check to just Direct Express? Okay, I have. I have delivered just to Direct Express for people who are asking just about Direct Express. Then people are saying, can you give me the information just for Direct Express in Texas? For people who brush their hair to the left. I can't do that. No one can do that. So you can only go so narrow in the coverage of the news story. So we've gone from stimulus check delivery, SSI and SSDI, Direct Express debit card, direct deposit, and people still want the news to go narrower than that. Can't go any narrower than that. People are getting alerts that it's coming by direct deposit throughout all their banks, including Direct Express. Generally, it's saying March 24th. For the paper check, it's saying March 26th. And let me recap what's going on with that. People who are expecting direct deposit since last week are now learning that it's coming by direct mail in the U.S. mail, and the date is showing to the 26th. Of those viewers, some have actually received the checks in the physical mail before the 26th, and yes, that includes everyone. People always ask me, but does that include? Yeah, it does include everyone. It takes too long to repeat every walk of life on every scenario that's happening. It has happened with every different type of walk of life. Then, people who are waiting for the direct deposit for the 17th, they're now getting an update from irs.gov that it's landing the 24th, and they're also getting the updates from their banks and even, yes, from Direct Express, and yes, when they're on SSI and SSDI, that it's coming on the 24th. To which someone will say, well, I haven't gotten anything. Don't worry, because the updates may be pushing out to your account as well. Let me go over the banks that have paid out stimulus checks to viewers of this channel, and you may hear your bank on the list. If you have received your stimulus check and I don't mention your bank, drop in the comments below. I'd love to hear that name of that bank. Citizens Bank has paid out, PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot. Also having paid out is People United Bank, US Bank, PNC, and Capital One Bank. Also having paid out is Lake Michigan Credit Union, Union Bank, USAA. Also having paid out is MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, BB&T, and Wood Forest, along with Green Emerald Card, which is H&R Block, TurboTax, and also Bank America and Wells. You know, here's an example of how you brush off wacko news. I had one wonderful viewer send me a message on Facebook overnight in which he spoke to someone from H&R Block, said, your stimulus check, sir, will be arriving in a couple months around December. Yeah. He laughed about it, and so did I. But he didn't take the statement and repeat it ad nauseum to people saying, guess what, get scared, your stimulus check's not coming to December. I just heard it. No, it's that's not how you take information and run with it. So the latest news today, Sunday, Saturday, is breaking this moment from this channel because these are viewers who use the instruments like you do. This is not a website that posted something March 15th or March 16th or March 17th. Today is Sunday, and this is the breaking news that the stimulus checks will continue to land in bank accounts Monday through Friday of next week, and also in mailboxes and bank accounts all next week. For reasons we don't know, the reoccurring date for purposes of the mail is most commonly being shown as this date, which is the 26th, a Friday. But when it talks about delivery by direct deposit, it's most often the 24th. Meantime, what's the push underway for stimulus? Bernie Sanders spoke just recently about why we need reoccurring stimulus. Now understand, forced stimulus is just around the corner. Democrats in both the House and Senate want reoccurring stimulus checks until the end of the pandemic. $2,000 a month for 6 months, that's $12,000. Would you rather get $2,400 of SSI and SSDI or $12,000? I think you'd rather have $12,000. $12,000 to $16,000. In this video, Bernie Sanders talks about other items in the forced stimulus that need to heat up right away. Let's listen in.
For the last number of years, and grassroots organizing has had a very significant impact on changing consciousness in America. What happened is the Democrats, we passed a very strong bill. And you know what? As you've indicated, 75% of the American people like it. And you know what? When we raise the minimum wage to $15, and we guarantee paid vacation time, and we do paid family and medical leave, and when we create millions of good paying jobs, rebuilding our infrastructure and tackling climate change and taking on the fossil fuel industry, the American people will like that too. So the issue we're dealing with is, will the Democratic Party, and we're off to a really good start, have the courage to address the crises facing the American people, even if it means taking on the big money interests who have so much had so much historical influence over the legislative and economic life of this country.
Last Wednesday, on St. Patrick's Day, when countless viewers started to receive their stimulus check, that was the 17th, some viewers who were tuning in started to send me comments saying, LALATE, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting worried. I'm distressed. I said, why? They said, I think it's missing. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think it's actually going to come. To which I said, yeah, it's going to come. And it did come for them. It did come for them. Understand, your stimulus check, as promised by the President of the United States in a video recording I've shown ad nauseum on this channel, says the stimulus checks will land will land with you within 10 days. The video was recorded last Tuesday. 10 days is next week. If you interpret the video as 10 days from when it became law, 10 days is the start of this week or this weekend. You're getting a stimulus check. And while Bernie's video was playing, one viewer said, I'm getting really angry and nervous. No, stay calm. Stay positive, stay focused. The stimulus check is coming to you. You are getting a stimulus check if you are not a dependent on someone else's tax return, if no one claims you as a dependent, if you don't have a payee, you're getting a stimulus check. Moreover, if you got the first stimulus check and you got the second one, you're getting the third. It may not come by direct deposit. It may come by paper check. It may come by U.S. mail debit card as well. And that was the president's message over the weekend. The president's message over the weekend is, do not worry. You have gotten or are about to get a stimulus check in your hand. His message is very loud and clear. Don't worry, it's coming. Let's listen in.
Rescue plan. Landmark legislation will not only meet the emergency we're in, but transform this nation. Starting with this, for those folks who either already have or will soon have $1,400 in their pockets, you can thank Senators Warnock and Ossoff. But for their votes, it would not have happened. What does that mean? It means 85% of the households in America will get that money. Here in Georgia, it means 88% of all adults and 88% of the children in this state will get that $1,400 as well. Just add it up. A typical family, 2 parents, 2 kids, earning $100,000 a year, each will get $1,400. That's $5,600 for that family that's in distress, trying to figure out how to pay their mortgage, pay their rent, keep food on the table. And that's not all. There's something called a child tax credit. What that basically means is you get a tax credit for every child you have. The American Rescue Plan expands that credit. It means that families of over 2 million children in Georgia will be eligible for an increase in that child tax credit of $1,600 per year per child. And it's going to be delivered on a regular basis. So starting this summer, families with young kids will get $300 a month per child. This is going to lift 177,000 children in Georgia out of poverty. The American Rescue Plan expands coverage and reduces costs under the Affordable Care Act.
In the next few days, as more of you receive your stimulus check by direct deposit and by U.S. mail, I'll be cutting over to the other big money that's available for you under third stimulus. Understand, there's $5,000 at least for viewers of this channel, especially those that make less than $45,000. Yes, $5,000 in addition to a stimulus check. I'll be cutting back to the details of how to get that money. And right after this recording, I'll also be delivering you the latest updates about the $5,000 EIDL. Yes. But right after this recording, I'm back live, in which I jump into the chat and I go over what is your situation. Ultimately, I learn, and I learn from you and you learn from me. You are the single most important source of information. You are the source of where things are going, what happened, what IRS.gov says for your account, what it said before and what it says now, and what your bank says. So join me as I go live on the next video coming up right after this, in which we continue updating the situation about the delivery of your $1,400 stimulus check. Stay with me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video and consider becoming a member. I look forward to chatting with you in the next video, which goes live in just 3 minutes from now. Stay with LA for more.